Hey YouTube, we're back with a couple ranked replays today. It's going to be Zapatos and ApparentlyJACKED. These guys have been playing quite a bit here on the North American ranked servers, and we're going to see how they look today, or I shouldn't say today, how they looked yesterday, or maybe the day before, I forget. It was either 1 or 2 days before now. You guys might remember we've done an ApparentlyJACKED versus Zapatos ranked replay video recently, but I think one of the reasons why we're going to stick with it, because they played some new games, is because these guys are some of the two most exciting players to watch right now in North America. And also, Zapatos uploads his replays to ball chasing, which is a big part of it too. But you might see these in an eventual ApparentlyJACKED video anyways. Maybe we're cutting off his content, or maybe you've already seen it. I don't know how quick his turnaround is. But Jack, he has been looking like one of the best 1v1 players in North America. The only reason why I say one of the best is because his matchups against Yan have not gone his way recently. I think there was only one, so I'm not sure why I say plural matchups. He did do well when they played at the Major, but he has had the edge over basically everyone else in 1v1. And we haven't seen him against any of the EU players since he moved to North America, but I have a feeling that we'll see him probably back against some once he goes to Rotterdam, Netherlands. I'm sure we'll get some 1v1 matchups between different regions, because then, I mean, no one's ever seen Jack versus EU, so that'll be exciting to have. Right now, Jack versus Zapatos is not going well for the shoe. He is fighting against a 3-0 deficit, and Jack doesn't seem to be slowing down right now, still taking control of the game. Look at these wall dashes from Zapatos. He actually just got himself his first goal with some nutty wall dashes down the side of the field. He is a crazy dasher. Certainly #1 dasher in the ones game. No doubt about it. The sort of dash you need. Zapatos, that's actually a great 1-2 play. Talking about being the best dasher, as he pops the ball, wave dashes onto the wall, and then uses that speed to get to the ball quicker than Jack could challenge. It's a second goal for Zap, and I like this fake kickoff. The kickoffs have not been going well for Zapatos. Jack was in control of every single play, but right now Jack just keeps getting punished by diving in too deep. This is a great ground pinch from Zapatos. One of the rare times that dropping the controller is probably not because of tilt, because that was actually just a great play. Zapatos has absolutely come firing back here. Jack went off to one of his standard clinical 1v1 starts, and it took a bit of magic for Zapatos to find his way back into it, but he is there now. And, of course, Jack will get a clinical goal, punishing Zapatos too deep in his half, and it'll be a 4-3 lead. Another kickoff. No, missed wide. Zapatos is going to have time and space. Will he play his aerial game? He is very good at it. Not the best of setups, though, so he's just going to be forced to 50 this as he gets to the ground, and Jack is just so quick. Perfect 50. Making sure to keep those wheels grounded so as to win the race to the other half of the field. Wave dash kickoff for Zapatos. Great use of the power slide from Jack. It didn't seem like it was going to matter. Zapatos had already decided to go back to his corner, but if Zapatos was trying to stay on ball, Jack's good recovery would have led to being able to stay in possession either way. That was a great undercut by ApparentlyJACKED. Zapatos waiting too long. Was not able to make a play on this ball. Nice flick. Great punish. Top left. Jack not going to come to the kickoff. Zapatos gets the read right away and places it with power into the top right. There's that landing wave dash, that Zapdash. I think there will come a day when people will stop calling it anything special. Once every player is starting doing it, probably it'll go back to being, just another wave dash. I know I was watching Johnny. He's of the opinion that it's just a wave dash, nothing special, but I think it is special. For now, while Zapatos is one of the only ones doing it consistently, it is worth noting and worth pointing out as maybe something different than your average wave dash, but there's no question that Zapatos' popularity with the dash has started to get other players working on it, just like Dark's popularity with the Pogo has gotten a ton of players working. And there it is right there. I mean, it's just so pure when Zapatos does it. Obviously, that was going to be a goal either way, but it gives you an example of when it could be useful. And The reality is the dash every time isn't always moving the needle and making the difference, but every once in a while it can. That's why it's so important to be able to do it. Jack, he had the reset. Actually ended up getting a pretty poor shot. If Zapatos could have found a way to not get worried about it, stay grounded, he might have been able to counterattack quicker, but it doesn't matter. He's still going to get his take the other way as he taps it off the wall. He's so quick to bounce off of it and tie up this game. 6-6. A minute 25. Jack able to fight out after the wave dash kickoff. Still the first one to the boost. The bounce dribble does get Zapatos the challenge dunk, and now the net is not quite open enough. Zapatos got enough height on it. 7 boosts for him as he's looking to try and get control of this ball. Jack knows that he's in a bad spot, so turns to dive on him. And Zapatos challenges his flick well, or times his flick well, I should say. And look at the patience from Jack, who just recognizes that there's nothing to be worried about here on this back wall. Zapatos can flip all he wants. But now Zapatos has a great take. Ooh, try to cut it to the bottom right. Could not do so. Jack chasing him down. Wow, must not have been supersonic. I'm sure he planned on that being a demo when he connected with him. Jack has started to recognize that Zapatos is elite with the counterattacks. The speed from him as what's been getting him his goals all game long. This bounces in, and I'll tell you what's been getting Jack's goals all game long, and that is counterattacks. Zapatos has to be much more clinical with his shots. Every time he puts on an average to below average attempt, it's an instant goal. Have to be perfect. I mean, this is another one of those attempts that just, the finish has to be stronger. And it's going to be a forfeit before the ball even goes in. Zapatos knows he cannot seem to break down the expert defense of Apparently Jack, but we have one more game between the two that we will watch in this video. Game number 2 here on Forbidden Temple Day. Nice and bright. I love a good bright map, despite everybody in the community who hates whenever there's light anywhere. Let's see how this goes between Jack and Zapatos. Round number 2. Jack is going to start with a great double off the back wall, catching Zapatos deep into the corner and recognizing that he can score one of the rare doubles that come in 1v1. These are pretty much the only situations you can get away with them, as a part of rushing the ball to the net when it's the fastest option. Sometimes keeping the ball speed high and going for a double is the quickest way to do it. Now, nice read by the Zapatos on the challenge. Going to give himself an equalizer goal within 30 seconds. We're going to continue to see wave dash kickoff from Zapatos. I don't see why we would see him mix it up. Now, can he recover this one? Oh, we got undercut slightly. He obviously had faith in himself to get boost and make it back. It's one of the things that makes his wave dash kickoff so good, but this time around, he got slightly undercut. I mean, it was going to be a close window either way. This is a great fake and delay carry by Zapatos to take it to the right side of the field to keep Jack away, but man, you have to put on quality attacks. And every shot needs to be a tough save. So basically, this one is not a poor shot in terms of reset, and the power is decent, but the problem is it's near post. It's near post, and Jack can wait so long before making that save attempt. And to credit to Jack, I don't want to sit here and say that it's not Zapatos playing well enough. It's Jack is such a perfect defender that he is going to guarantee that any non-perfect shot is getting counterattacked. If it isn't placed well enough, it doesn't have enough power, if there's anything off about it that doesn't make it an exceptional shot that causes a ton of movement on defense, then he is just going to instantly counterattack. So what Zapatos has to do is he has to be more careful, but it's tough because especially when you've already committed in the air like he did on that previous shot attempt, it's hard not to just continue the shot and do your best to make it work and instead try and pull it to the ground. This is a great cut. These are the times that Zapatos has been able to score, when he's get these little outplays before the shot, and then the shot comes on an open net. Right now, Jack has run it up, though. Did not take him much time at all to go up 5-2. Now bounce dribble for Zapatos. Shot it a bit earlier than I would have liked to see. I think he could have waited longer and therefore close the window and give less time to Jack on his shot time. Wait a second. That might have been a pool shot for a goal. No, Jack makes it back in time. 3:20 on the clock. Zapatos out to the midfield. Needs a reset. This is a great shot, even if this one doesn't go in. See, this is what I'm talking about. This one does go in, which shows that it is a great shot. But even if Jack got a save, it was going to be placed high. It's going to be placed slightly behind Jack, so his save was going to be tough. It was almost guaranteed not to have a quick counter. And that's almost more important than getting the goal. But Zapatos does get the goal. And now he's trying to get Jack to be impatient in net. But anybody who's watched Jack play 1v1 knows he might be the most patient player in the game. Refused to move from his spot until Jack had given him the ball. And Zapatos was trying to bait him out into midfield, then slot it behind him. Jack chip. Gets Zapatos to double jump. And actually went for the demo, super aggressive. But he knows that Zapatos is on 0 boost, which 0 boost players are usually fairly easy to demo. Now Zapatos needs to be careful. Jack knows he's still low. It's actually a great flick. Gonna force Jack to make a save at the top of the net. And Zapatos gonna be able to buy some time, pick up some boost. Oh no, bit of a mistake. The demo, the 6th goal, and a forfeit from Zapatos. He did not like his play there. Didn't think that touch was a good one, and then it got even worse when Jack took him off the map. So Zapatos getting a bit frustrated against Jack. To be fair, Jack can make almost anybody look silly in 1v1, and he's been looking really good in ranked 1v1 in North America as of late. Zapatos may not have the edge yet, but I'm sure he's going to have tons more opportunities to try and find it. For now, it is still the veteran Apparently Jack who comes out on top.